Okay, so this is just to inform you guys that the video that you're about to see is a continuation of the one that came out on Monday, the Unus Tier List Part 3. Uh, so this is kind of like a Part 2, even though it's Part 4. But yeah, this video just opens, besides this intro, it just opens like directly continuing from where we left off in the last one. And also, I apologize, there was no outro on the last one. I was supposed to record a thing for the outro, but I didn't end up being able to. So, I'm recording this now for this one. So, yeah, just I enjoy the video. What is the least viewed video on YouTube? Little sad none of mine came up, but we've all kind of seen this kind of stuff. I don't know. It wasn't super great. It was just kind of like, oh yeah, whatever, man. I'm putting it in E tier because it wasn't good. We found websites that the world forgot about. The exact same thing they just did, except it's websites instead of YouTube videos. So, not really. It was kind of good to see. Some of them I remembered a little bit, but it's like it was kind of just the same thing, but slightly worse. So I'm gonna give it an E. I don't think it's quite worthy of an F, but yeah. The scariest true stories on the internet. This is one of the better ones. It's very spooky. I kind of like it. I kind of dig watching that. I did a thing recently where I just watched all these spooky videos that they did, and it was fun. It was good. I like this video. I think it might be deserving of an A. I don't know about you, but I kind of like it. Then how to not be the perfect boyfriend. Good message, but the video, when you think about it, is kind of a flop because they do this thing. They look up an article on how to be a good boyfriend, and it ends up being horrible advice. So it's a good message, but it's not super entertaining. So I'm gonna have to give it a D just based on that. If it was how important or good as far as I don't know, knowledge the videos are, what you get out of the video, then it would go higher. But just because I'm ranking on how funny and entertaining it is, it gets a D. Mark and Ethan find the lost city of El Dorado. Nah, man. It was kind of funny, but it was just dumb. I didn't really enjoy watching it that much. It was just sort of they're just fucking around on Google Maps, which is the least fun place to fuck around ever. I don't know. It's getting an E. E for El Dorado. Mark and Ethan bet everything on a Wikipedia race. A little better than the whatever. It's not super great, but it's a good concept and it kind of seems like fun. I imagine it's one of those things, it would be more fun to play. That doesn't mean it's necessarily... It might be fun to play, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's fun to watch. So I'm going to give it a D. Because I can kind of appreciate the fun in that, but it's I don't really want to watch this. I'd rather just do it. Alright, the creepiest videos on YouTube. So pretty good video. Another spooky one. But I don't know. None of them were none of them stood out a lot. The ones that they watched, it was kind of just oh, this video's a little spooky, and then they made a whole gang of it, oh, look how spooky it is. Meh. It gets a C. Because it's spooky, so it gives points, but it's not the best spooky, so it takes points. Help us break a YouTube world record. Norbert Moses here. Just failed miserably. I think, well, not miserably, I guess. They got to 600k in 24 hours. The goal was to try and get 1 million subscribers as fast as possible. I think in the time limit they allotted, they got 600k. So that failed. And then also, the rest of it, that was at the start of the video, and at the end of the video, they were alright, go subscribe to Norbert Moses, we need to do this shit. But for the meat of the video, it was just a dumb quiz, so it's getting an E. Yeah, look how much E and D is filled up. I think D, before I got to quarantine videos, yeah. Just looking at this, before I got to quarantine videos, D had 4 videos, and E had also 4, it looks like. So, yeah, they each only had 4 videos, and now they both more than doubled. So, yeah, quarantine was not the greatest for Unus Annus. But, here's an exception. 2 men, 200 accents. A sequel video to one of my favorite videos on all of Unus Annus. 1 man, 100 accents is a fucking amazing video. I can't remember whether I gave it an S or not, but if I didn't give it an S, it definitely deserves one. Watching 1 man, 100 accents back, it's an amazing video. It's so good. It's a lot of fun. And this one, it wasn't quite as good, but it was still really good, and they brought Sean in there, which was kind of funny. I'm going to give this one an A, because I think 1 man, 100 accents deserves S, and this one was just slightly less than that. The sequel's never as good, so, in like most things, so I think this one deserves an A. And then the Illuminati, do they really exist? This is just one of the bullshit quarantine videos where they take a concept and they just talk about it, which, like, normally that might be a little entertaining, but based on the other stuff that Unus Annus has done, this shit is so boring. It's not the most fun to watch. Why would I watch this when I can watch Nutball or DIY Cheese? So, I'm putting an E. Another one of those, and just like the El Dorado one, using Google Maps to find the lost city of Atlantis. It's just the same thing as the El Dorado one, except it's Atlantis instead of El Dorado. So actually, I might give this one an F, because it's just the same thing I did again, so it's already stale. The first time they did it, it was stale, and then they did it again, so it was even more stale. And also, Atlantis just isn't as cool as El Dorado, because El Dorado, at least you can go there and get gold. Atlantis, you're like, oh, there's things here, and that's kind of cool, I guess. I don't fucking care. I want gold, bitch. Reading your scariest true stories. That one was pretty good. It's pretty much the same thing as the Reading Scary Stories one, but it's Unus Annus watch viewers. So, it's not really better or worse. I'm gonna put it in A with this one. Actually, no, I'll put it in B. Because when I look at it, it's like, yeah, it's there. The other one was good, so this one's good too. But it's like, I mean, that's the whole thing. Is like they did something and then they did it again. So it's like not even necessarily like if it's like a part 2. Because like if it's like a part 1, part 2 thing, then I'm like, okay, they should go on the same tier. But if it's like they did this thing and then they just did it again, I feel like the second one should go one lower, you know? Because it's just like, well, it's already stale at this point. Mark and Ethan take a personality test. No. Just another boring quiz that they did on Unus Annus. This is like most of Unus Annus. In quarantine, at least. This is most of Unus Annus in quarantine. It's just Mark and Ethan take a dumb quiz, and it's stupid. E. E tier. E for not excellent, even a little bit. Will AI take over humanity as we know it? So this is like another just like discussion video. They just have a topic, and they just talk about it. Which, it's kind of refreshing to see in there. But like I said, compared to all the rest of the stuff, it's not even close to good. I'm putting it in F. Because there have already been other stuff like that. Running internet drama through Google Translate. Now this one, so I put the Mad Libs one in C tier. Normally, I would just put it one lower because they basically just did the same thing again. So what they did in this one is they used Talk to Transformer, and it like made them a story, whatever, and they read that and it was funny, whatever. Hoo hoo ha ha. And then they just put it in Google Translate and shuffle it around, whatever, and then read it back. So they basically just stole from 2 other videos that they did. I guess it's not stealing because it's theirs, but they just redid stuff from 2 other videos because they already had AI predicts our death, and then they had the Mad Libs going through Google Translate because the Mad Lib they hadn't done that before. It was like Mad Lib, something a lot of most people like, whatever, and then run it through Google Translate, a fun idea. Then they just took from 2 other ideas that they did, and they were like, yeah, we'll basically do 2 ideas that we already did again, and hopefully it'll be funnier now. It wasn't. So I'm putting it 2 tiers below the Mad Libs one, because it's a copy of 2 videos they did, and I'm not a huge fan of it, and it wasn't even that funny. So, ooh, this one isn't bad. And also, I'll tell you, the later quarantine ones do get better. The ones in later quarantine, because it's like they kind of settled into quarantine, and they're like, oh, okay, so this is like, we could still do like cool videos, whatever. It's just we're separate now, which that should have been what it was from the beginning, but sadly it wasn't. So, the next one is the secret Unus Annus no touchy handshake. If you don't know this handshake, you're not my lover. It starts with you start with a handshake and you, whoa, whatever, and then I'll have to watch the video back. Apparently I'm not my lover, but whatever. It's a fun video. It's good, and it started a new thing. So, I'll give it a little respect, but not much. See. 2 male men judge female women on their beauty. I put Ethan redefines male beauty in, I put that one in C tier, it looks like. So I'm gonna have to put this one in D tier, because it's the same thing that they did, and it's also not as good, because the whole time they're just like, well, I'm not really attracted to these girls, I just like my girlfriend, because they both have girlfriends, so it makes it less entertaining, because they're just like, well, I don't really care about these girls at all. So it's like, well, then what the fuck are we watching here? Actually, I'm gonna knock it down to E, because it's stupid. It's not a good video. Alright. Bored, press this button. So they went on the site, the button, and they just pressed the button and did the things that it had. I'll give it more credit than like the other ones where they just like sit down and like do something on the computer, whatever. I'll give it more credit than that because it gives them a bunch of different things. But it's still not the greatest video. It's like, if I'm bored, I'm not gonna watch this video. I'm just gonna go press the button. So that it takes it down a lot. So I think like the other ones where they just like did stuff on the computer, I put in like D and C, whatever. I'll put this one in. No, I'll put it in C. I don't think I put many of them in C. I think C is a good place for this one. Oh shit! I forgot. New Unus Annus video came out. I'm gonna stop this for now, and I'm gonna come back once I've watched that, and then I'll put this one on there later. So, all right. So I'm back, and I just watched the new Unus Annus video. Spoiler alert: it was pretty fucking good. But anyway, we're not quite there yet, so let's continue onwards. Don't go in the ocean ever. Now, this is another one where they just kind of talk about stuff, but I have to get a little more credit than the other ones, because I personally think the ocean is really cool, and a really cool place. So it's kind of cool to see them talk about it, and also get freaked out by it, whatever. So, I'm gonna give it a C, because it's alright. And then we explore the most mysterious mysteries of our wildly mysterious, moon. Mystery moon, whatever. There's a lot of mystery in there, but it's just another discussion thing. It's like, it's like space is cool, but it's like, I'm not gonna give you that many points. And then we looked at Unus Annus memes. So this is the first video of them looking at the subreddit which was a lot of fun. It was pretty funny video. I do like it. It's not as like unique of a video, but it's really good. It's a really solid video in the Unus Annus arsenal. I'm gonna give it a B. Is Mark a masochist? So this is, how do I even start? This is a video where it's like they just, like, in the Reddit video I was just talking about, there was a post about Mark, like how he always says, I'm not a masochist, I swear. So they were like, in the video they were like, well, what if we took a masochism test? Maybe you should take one. And then the next video they just did it. So I don't know, it was kind of just like, hey, why don't we do this thing? Did it, and then it wasn't good. So I'm gonna give it an E. And this one, what the hell is a pink trombone? Really funny. When I saw it, I laughed really hard. It was really good. I'm kind of leaning towards an A, because it was just so weird, and they like tried to do stuff with it. It just like didn't work, but it was funny anyway. I'm gonna give it an A because it was pretty funny. And then professional fetish scientists rank best and worst fetishes. Kind of boring again. They just talk about they just have a topics, fetishes and whatever, and they're like, oh, why don't we do a thing around this, whatever. Not the greatest, but it kind of gets a little funny, so I'll give it a D. Then we've got Mark and Ethan desperately attempt to feel something. So they look at anxiety-inducing videos, which for me personally, I kind of like these videos because I don't personally get scared or like anxious about them, but I do like seeing other people get anxious at them. So I kind of like this, but I've also seen a couple people do this before. So it doesn't really take that much out of it. So I think it deserves like a C. And then we got an AI generates our worst nightmare. This one, I didn't remember it before I did this. When I was collecting all the thumbnails, I was like, what the hell did they even do in this video? It's where they looked at the website. It creates like it shows like a photo of a person, but that person isn't actually real, and it was created by like the website. So it's like a fake human. Like that person doesn't really exist. And then they looked at ones that like went wrong and got like scary and whatever, and it was not great. It was just like another one of those videos. I'm gonna give it an E. Actually, I'm gonna give it an F, because if I had remembered what that was, I would give it an E. But the fact that I didn't even remember this video gives it an F, because it wasn't good and I didn't remember it. If it wasn't good and I remembered it, then maybe at least there's something good in that video, so I would give it an E. But there's nothing. No. Are reptilian humanoids living among us? This one, just another thing, they talk about something, but it's a little funnier, I guess, because it's like, oh, they're talking about, look, is Mark one or whatever, they're like, there's like the running joke there, but it doesn't give it that much. It doesn't add to it that much. It's still pretty boring, so I'm gonna give it a D. And then we've got Like It or Not, this is what the new human looks like. Another video that I just completely forgot what they were doing in that video. They looked at a list of like people with like real life superpowers, and of course with shit like that, it's always boring, because it's like, well, this isn't like the cool superpowers. You made it seem like, oh, it was like really, really cool, whatever. I guess it's kind of cool, but it's like, it's pretty basic. And to see them do it, I've like seen people do that, and also I completely forgot about this video. It definitely deserves an F. However, by comparison, eating only onions for 24 hours, how many onions does it take to kill a man, is a great video. It's a great concept. It's funny. I get to see them cooking. I like cooking stuff. I'm big on food. I really, really like this video. I'm gonna give it. I'm tempted to give it an S. Let me look through here. Looking through here, not many of these would deserve an S. I see a lot that could be A worthy, but I don't see a lot that could deserve an S. So I think I'm gonna put this one up there, just because I kind of want to leave space in A, whatever. Then we've got Unus, Annus, ASMR. You can tell by the title, this video is going to be cursed as all hell. And it was. But it was kind of fun to see them like doing it and then being like, oh, this is, ugh. So, I don't know. It was kind of funny. I'll give it, I kind of want to give it a B, but there's also no more space in B. I'll give it a C. Boop. Come on. Whatever. There. Okay. We attempted to create thick water. This video. It created the Del Monte meme of like Mark just wants a Del Monte sponsorship because they tried to make thick water, which is like an actual thing, and Ethan drank Oobleck and Mark drank a can of Del Monte corn, and it's fucking amazing. I kind of like this video. I'm gonna give it an A. Yeah. Making our own gravestones to prepare for our inevitable demise. So this one, they're just on Photoshop, and it's just like a Photoshop competition, whatever. They're making their own gravestones. Kind of boring, but it's fun, I guess. I'll give it a D. And then we've got, how tall can a human get? An impartial review by two average height men. So this one, it's just another topic. It's just, they look at, oh, tall people, how tall can you get? Whatever. And then they just talk about it, whatever. E. You're getting an E. Next up, we've got Mark teaches Ethan Korean. This video I like. I like this one. It's cool to watch like someone learning a language, and it's cool to just like I get to kind of learn the language a little bit, and Ethan gets to learn it, and we get to see him do that. And Mark is a Korean teacher, whatever. It's cool. It's cool to see, especially Mark being someone who had to learn it secondhand, teaching it to someone. It's pretty cool. I'll give it a B. Right there. Alright. And now we've got Bigfoot is real and it ate my friend. They're all the same, man. It's just another topic video. They have a topic and they talk about it. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. We get it. It's going in E. Because it's stupid. We've done this a million times. We don't need any more. And now we've got the end of Unus Annus is almost here. This was the video at the halfway point of Unus Annus. So at this point in Unus Annus, we are more than halfway in. So we have less time left than we've spent on Unus Annus. And this video is what signified that. And it's important. I don't know. It's not the most entertaining. I'm going to give it an A because it's extremely important to the channel. Whatever. It's kind of a necessary video. So I'm going to give it an A. And then we explore the Unus Annus subreddit for your delicious memes. Literally the exact same thing as the other one that they did. And you guys know I don't like repeat the videos. So I'm going to give this one lower, which is a... Where did I put the first one? I put the first one in B, so I'll put it in C. I'm going to put it here. It looks like it's in between C and D. This is in C. So, whatever. And then we've got how big can a nuke get? Do I even have to explain this one? It's the same thing. They have a topic, they talk about it, it's boring. E. That's really what most of the videos like. If I'm looking at these, just like how many are just like they have a topic and then they talk about it. It's like there's. I don't think I put any of those in B. No, I didn't put any of those in B. In C, as far as those kind of videos, there's exactly one in C of just like them talking about they have a topic and they talk about it. And then in D, there's, let's see. We've got, which one is this? Hold on. I'm seeing one. I don't remember what it was. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 in D, and then we've got let's say 1, 2. Let's say 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of those in E, and then 4 of them in F. Like, they're just not good videos where they just like talk about something. I don't know. It gets boring. I'm not a huge fan of that. Like this one, how much caffeine does it take to kill a man? They go on a website where you input like a drink or something, and it tells you how many of those you can drink before it kills you. Kind of boring. It's a cool website, not a good video. Drinking real thick water, not quite as good as the original because it's grosser. So, I'm gonna put that in B because it's so good. Like I said, it looks like it's like on top. It looks like it's in the middle between B and C. It's in B. And then we played strip poker. It's towards the end of quarantine. And it's really good. This is a good video. I remember watching this one in a video, like, cause like at the time, I had like just started like, I think at the time of that video, I just went and hung out with my friends for the first time since quarantine started, which was really refreshing. And we played poker, and it was fun. So it was fun to see them play, and whatever. And especially they're doing strip poker, and Ethan had like a million layers on, and Mark had like just like normal clothes on. So I'm gonna give that an A. And then harnessing our yodeling power to end the world as we know it. This was a better video than most, in quarantine especially, but not particularly to my taste. It was a little bland. I'll give it a C. Then, this is going faster than I thought it would actually, even though we're still taking a long time to do this. Mark cooks blindfolded while Ethan guides him through FaceTime. I do like this video. It's fun. It's another one where we get to see cooking, but like I said, there's like a hint. There's a hint of danger in there, and not only that, there's just like a fun idea. I like it. It's getting an A. And then we played the Newlywed Game while consuming that which will kill the other. A lot of fun. Lot of fun. So they play the Newlywed Game, which is already fun. And Ethan drinks White Claws, and Mark eats peanut butter. Which, you would think the funny part is, oh, Ethan's getting drunk, he's gonna be funny. No, the funny part is Mark eating too much peanut butter, and he loses his shit. Oh my god, it's getting an A. I love that video. DIY boob. Just the title. Because they could have just called it, oh, DIY stress ball, because that's really all it ends up being. It's just a fucking stress ball, but they're like, nope, this is a boob. It's a boob now. This is definitely what boobs are like. It's all right. It's pretty good. I'll give it a B. B for boob. Right there. All right, and then we have the best bellies on YouTube. Not quite as good as like the last couple ones, but still pretty funny. Better than just like the normal, like discussion type ones that they do. And it was pretty funny to see, and it was good. I'll give it a C. And we've got the Unus Annus confessional booth. This is a pretty cool video. Just seeing they invited people onto their Discord, and they would confess to things anonymously, and Mark and Ethan would just like fuck around. It was fun. It was fun to watch. I'll give it a B. Then we've got Do Not Open Until 2080. It was not the most entertaining, but it was pretty good. You know, it was alright, I suppose. So they made time capsules, and then they buried in places. Mark actually buried one in his backyard. Well, I don't know if he actually did, but he dug a hole and supposedly buried it there. And Ethan put his in the toilet because he lives in a townhouse, so he can't just like go around like digging stuff up. Honestly, the funniest part was Ethan putting his in the toilet, but it's alright. It's an alright video. Next, we've got only Annuses may watch this video. I can't think of any other video that came out in this video because this was the only one. Or I can't think of another video that came out in this day. This is the only one. I don't know about that. So I don't know why they would exclude the Unuses like that. But I don't really care that much because I personally am an Annus. So I think this is going solid A for Annus. You know. In all seriousness, no, it was like it was like the first time in Unus Annus history where 2 videos were uploaded in one day, and it was a cool concept too. Whichever video only Unuses watch and only Annuses watch, which I'm not putting Unuses on there for 2 reasons. Number 1, I'm an Annus, and number 2, they would just go in the same thing anyway, and they're pretty much the same. They came out on the same day, whatever. So. I don't really care about that. And it's a cool concept. Whichever video gets more views, that one wins. And then we've got only watch from 2:15 to 6:11. Do not watch any other part of this video. So this was in the aftermath of the only Unuses, only Annuses, whatever. So the Annuses won. Repping my nays here, even though I watched both videos. I watched only Unuses and only Annuses. But I don't know. It was funny. I'll put it in B, cause it was funny, but it wasn't like the best thing. It was good. The Annuses won. Hell yeah. I did watch the entire video, by the way, and it was funny to see that they left in like what could have happened instead of just like editing that out before they uploaded it. They were like, no, we're just gonna leave all that in there and say you can only watch this part. I kind of like that. I kind of dig that. And next we've got DIY wine, also known as grape juice. There was not a single thing in there that made alcohol. They just stepped on some grapes and they were like, let's drink this shit. And just like, it's kind of funny. It was kind of funny. I'm putting it in B. And next up we got tearing a phone book in half with our huge manly muscles. Watching Mark get angry at the book was funny, and watching Ethan think that he actually did it properly was funny. It was not a bad video. I'll give that one a B as well. Most of these are getting a B, which it should. That should be the case, by the way. I was hoping that B would be the biggest category, because B signifies it's good, but it's like it's kind of average, but it's like a little above average. It's good. It's a good video. It's fun to watch. So that should be the majority of Unus Annus, in my opinion. And then we've got 2 complete amateurs enter a bodybuilding competition. So they just put on bronzer, and then they just like flex, and it kind of just looks like they rub spaghetti sauce on themselves, and it's kind of funny. I don't know, it's weird though. I'll give it a C. An important video. Black Lives Matter, resources and how you can help in the description. I did appreciate this video when it came out. It was obviously nothing happened in the video, but it was really important that they did that. And I'm glad they decided to spend one of their days doing this. I'm not even being sarcastic. I'm glad they did that. So, just out of respect, I'm giving that an A. But because there was no content in there, I'm not going to give it an S. But I definitely give it an A because out of respect of how important that video was. Next, we've got crushing watermelons betwixt our mighty thighs. It was kind of funny. It was kind of just like the phone book one though, except they didn't end up being able to do it. They just hurt them. They just hurt their thighs. It was kind of funny, but I'll put it one lower than the phone book one, so I'll put it in C, because they didn't end up being able to do it. So there wasn't like any triumph or anything. It was just like, well, shit. But actually, I forgot about the Melon Man. The Melon Man bit. I'm putting it. I'll put it in B with it. Like I said, if I ranked them, I would put it lower than the phone book one. But the Melon Man kind of redeems it and brings it back up to B. Morphing our bodies into superhero poses. This one I'll put in C. Because this one, it was a little boring. It was just like they have superheroes and they do their poses, whatever. The thumbnail's funny. But that's about it. I'll put it in C. Because it's just kind of a meh sort of video. That's what C is. It's just like average. It's bland. Reacting to your hilarious green screen memes. Kind of like the Reddit video, except it was just like the memes from like the green screen of like the only Unuses can watch and only Annuses can watch. They had green screen sections, and obviously fans made their own stuff, and I thought it was really funny. So I'll put it in B with the first Reddit video. I would put it lower because it's like kind of something they've already done, but I think it was really good, so I'll put it in B. Mark teaches Ethan to read with Hooked on Phonics. It was kind of funny. But then again, it was like Mark made the joke, and it was kind of like, haha, that's funny, oh. And then they made a whole video around it, and I was like, oh. So, just like, kind of going too far with the joke a little bit. So, I have to put it in C, just because, like, I don't think we needed this video, but as long as it's here, I guess it's funny, I suppose. Ethan roasts Mark for 15 minutes straight. Good concept for the video considering their personalities. Ethan is real, like, nice and, like, shy about stuff, and Mark is, like, real out there. He is introverted, but it's, like, he's definitely more out there than Ethan, and he, like, has more, like, bravado, and machismo. So it was kind of fun to see Ethan roasting Mark where it normally is the other way around, and then Mark having to be nice to Ethan. I think that was the more funny part of the video, is Mark has to be nice to Ethan. But I don't know, it kind of just went normally, whatever. I'll put it in C. Right. And then we've got There's Something Horribly Wrong with This Picture. Where they looked at the first thing they did, they looked at, what's his name? I can't remember, but the guy who made Siren Head, they looked at his Instagram, and there's a bunch of, like, cursed images, like, creepypasta on there, which I made one of those in the iCard, like the other 2 times that I referenced that in the iCard, whatever, that's also up there. I made a video for that, and it was pretty cool. It was cool to see them photoshopping that, and it was a spooky thing. I kind of like it, but I put the other one, the Photoshop for the tombstones, in D. I think this one's better, so I'll put it in C. Alright. Next, we've got attempting to build IKEA furniture without instructions. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good video. Because already the thing of building IKEA furniture without instructions, it just reminded me of a Markiplier Makes. And I really liked Markiplier Makes, and they've been gone for a long time. So, I really appreciated this video. So, I'm going to give that an A. Because I really, really appreciate how much that reminds me of Markiplier Makes. Mark and Ethan become United States citizens. Okay, this one they kind of fell back into, they just took a quiz online. But they took, like, the American citizenship test. And they got a surprising amount wrong. Haha, look, they don't know stuff. They're a little dumb. It's going in D. It's not quite as good. And then we made fan art for each other. Kind of funny, but kind of the same thing. It's just like they did a thing on the computer and it was kind of boring. Whatever. Yeah, I think this also deserves a D. Alright. Our fans try to scare us with their homemade creepypasta. So this is just in the video where they made their own creepypasta. They had their fans make ones, and then they reacted to them. So yeah, I'll put it one lower. Or no, I won't put it one lower. I think it deserves a C as well. So yeah, and then we've got recreating childhood photos. It was kind of fun, but it was kind of meh. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll give this one a C. Which right now C has more than B, which kind of makes me scared. Will we break the boards or will they break us? Ooh, that one was fun. That was a fun video. They just broke boards and whatever, and they're doing Big Karate Man. It was fun. It was funny. I liked it. I'm gonna give it a B, so I can fill up B tier more. Next, we've got finding the most cursed image on the internet. Kind of funny, but like I said, kind of just the same thing that they've been doing. And of course, we got birds on the front there. Whatever. It was kind of boring. So, D. Alright. And we've got learning to cry on command to increase our YouTube views. I don't care about this one. It's the same thing again. They just have something and then they do that and they're like, oh, whatever. I'm gonna put this one in E. Because, like, I get the concept and everything, but it's just like that doesn't make up for the video not being as funny. So, E. And now, we are officially out of quarantine videos. Starting with the one, the only, P-Sauna. Yes! Oh my god! First of all, everyone, like all the Unus fans were like begging for this video. And they're like, as soon as quarantine ends, I swear, we need to do P-Sauna. And Mark and Ethan were like, yeah, we'll do it. It was the first video out of quarantine, which makes it amazing. It was a really, really funny and good video, which was amazing. And it came out on my birthday. I fucking love this video. This might be one of my favorite Unus videos. It's definitely, or not might be, it's one of my favorite Unus videos. This is getting an S. For sure. P-Sauna definitely gets an S. Building IKEA's hardest piece of furniture without instructions. So, kind of the same thing that they did, but they did it together, and it was a more difficult thing, and just, like, the dynamic of them is funny. This is why, like, I didn't like the quarantine videos as much, and now I'm really liking the Unus videos again. Because their whole back and forth thing is really funny. So I'm going to give this one an A as well. Next, we've got becoming one with the horse. This video, it's a funny concept, and like I said, it's made funnier by the fact that they're back together. So they try and like do like horse stuff because they like saw people on YouTube doing that, and then Mark and Ethan like ride each other with the daddle. It's pretty funny. I'll give it a B. Alright, and then we've got the Ultimate Paper Airplane Showdown. This is one of the things that I wanted from Unus for a long time. One of the first things I wanted. This is actually one of the things I wanted from Markiplier Makes when they were still doing that. I was like, oh, they should totally do paper airplanes because that'd be sick. And then they didn't. They haven't done Markiplier Makes in a long time, and then they started doing Unus. So having this come out, especially like right after quarantine stuff, it was like really cool. So I really, really like this video as well. I think this one kind of deserves an A. And then we've got creating Mark Fishbach. The title and whatever makes it seem really stupid, but it was a really funny video. They tried on like the mermaid tail things, and like I said, that combined with the thumbnail and title makes it seem really boring, but it ended up being really funny. And watching them try and swim with it and trying to be graceful, and like Ethan was kind of graceful or whatever, and Mark just so rigid, like flopping through the water. Oh, it was funny. I'm putting that in B. And now B is officially tied with C. And then learning how to lockpick. FBI, please don't watch. I think that was a cool video. Out of all like the videos of like them just like trying to do something and whatever, and like learning about it, whatever, this was one of the better ones out of all of Unus. I think this was a really good, cool video, and it was combined with like the comedy and whatever. It gets an A. Then we got the most dangerous shave, where they use a straight razor. I gotta say, I was a little disappointed when I saw this video, but it was pretty good. It was pretty funny. it was definitely better than I was expecting. And because of that, the fact that it was good, I think would have given it a C, but the fact that it subverted my expectations, I think, makes it deserve a B. And I don't know where to put this now. I think I'm going to put it over here because there's not room on there. So next we got Ethan traps Mark's soul in the palm of his hand. So they read a book and learn about palm reading, whatever, like fortune telling, whatever. It was alright. Not too bad. Not too bad. I'll give it a C. Once again, I'm putting it over here because I don't have room. And then Bear Trapping 101, an elegant knot for an elegant beast. Same kind of deal. They read up about like tying knots and whatever, and they do that. It's kind of funny, but it's about the same. So I'll give it a C. Boop. There we go. And then Two Men in a Trench Coat Teach You How to Save Money at the Movies. It was funny. It was definitely funny. I did like it. The concept, it's just like a one-off thing. They just do one thing and then they're done. But it was funny. So I liked it. It was a B. It's a B for movies. Not movies, because you can't go to the movies. And then Building the World's First IKEA Boat. The 151st video here. So they took all the IKEA stuff that they did before and they turned it into a boat. And I kind of liked it because it was kind of the same thing as like the building the furniture together. But I thought it was a little funnier, and I think boats are cool. So I'm going to give this one an A as well. And now for the video that came out an hour and 20 minutes ago. It's 4:20 right now. Hell yeah, it's 4:20. I'm not joking. Let me... Come on. Look at that. Comedy. It's 4:20. Look at that shit. You seeing this? It's fucking 4:20 right now. It's 4:20. Comedy. And we're on the last one. So, the last one that came out today, Ethan teaches Mark how to swim. I thought this video was really funny. And it's even easier for me to rank because it's fresh in my mind. I watched it just a little bit ago. If the thing will ever load onto here, please. But it was funny because the whole joke about Mark has dense bones and he's not good at swimming, whatever. It was fun to just see like Ethan like talk down on him, and I don't know. It was good. There it is. Okay, so this one, like I said, Ethan teaches Mark to swim. It was funny. I really did like it. A lot of goofs in there. I think, honestly, this one... Unus, honestly, this one deserves an A. I don't know why this one is bigger than the other ones. Whatever. It deserves an A, so it's big. It's big boy. Is that even the actual thumbnail? Hold on, let me go to Unus Annus. And let me see. Is that even like the actual... That's not even the actual thumbnail. What happened? What happened? Go back to Unus Annus. That's not even the thumbnail, you frickin' heck. Get that out of here. Wait a dang minute. Save image as Ethan teaches Mark how to swim. Save and replace it. Yeah. I don't know why it downloaded the wrong thing. It wasn't even the thumbnail. That's Stinky Blinky. This is the thumbnail. I thought I didn't recognize that. I was like, why is that the thumbnail? This is the thumbnail. There we go. Ethan teaches Mark how to swim. Funny video, some good goofs, and there's like an underwater like exploration thing here. It was cool. It gets an A. So there we have it. The official Unus Annus tier list. It'll probably get split up into more parts. Let me see. So in this segment, so I had to stop the recording for a second, so it's 1 minute, and then the one I recorded before is 16 minutes, and I've got a 50-minute one. Okay, so 84 minutes, 100 minutes, and this one, okay. So this is actually somehow shorter than when I did, in the entirety of this tier list, it's somehow shorter than the first two parts combined. Because when I recorded those, it was 1 hour and 20 minutes. This, oh wait, no. I think I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong because I'm dumb. Dumb. I just realized I'm dumb. It's 100. I've been recording for 100 minutes. And that's 1 hour and 40 minutes. So never mind. It was actually 20 minutes longer. So this is gonna get split up into maybe 3 parts. Maybe 2. Maybe I could manage 2. If I split up into 2 parts, that would be, each one would be 50 minutes. I'll do 2. I'll split it up into 2 parts. So there's gonna be a part 3 and a part 4, just like JoJo's Adventure. Whatever. But yeah, this is the technically second part, because the first ones I had it all in one tier list, so this is technically the second part, I guess. The second Unus tier list. And you could take all the ones from the previous 2 videos, just smush them onto this one. My thoughts haven't changed on them, really. So just smush them right on here, and then you've got a completed tier list. But I'm not going to do that, because I don't want to. So you can't make me. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this. This took a while, but it was fun. I enjoy doing this, because it's just nice. It's kind of, it's chill. It's relaxing. I can just sit here and I can think about my thoughts on things, and then I can do it. So, you know, pretty epic. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, you can hit the big old like button, because it tells me whether or not you liked the video. That's what it's for, you dingus. So press it if you liked it, or don't if you didn't. And you can also feel free to check out Unus in the description, because they're really cool boys. Mark and Ethan, check them out. They've only got a year left, less than half a year at this point. I think it's like 4 months. Not 4 months. I think we've got 5 months left. Right. Let me. If I go to Unus right now, I know I had it open before, but whatever. Fuck you. Let me see if it's just on my front page here. No, we're gonna have to go to the subscriptions, and then I look at the Unus, and bam, here's Unus. And now we go to videos, and I'm gonna go sort by oldest. The first video was 7 months ago. So, but the 7-month mark was Play-Doh Thanksgiving. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 2 weeks. So that's like a month, 7.5 months. So we've got 5.5 months left. Right? Is that how that? No, we've got 4.5 months left. So yeah, treasure it while it's still here, because it's gonna be gone in 4.5 months on November 16th, I believe, or it might be 15th. Maybe it started on the 16th and it might be the 15th. I probably should have checked while I was still there, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, you can also check out my Twitter and Instagram. Those are always down there. They're always down there. They're always down there. You might see pictures of my fish because he's there. There he is. You can't see him because he's on the other side of the tank, but whatever, man. And you can feel free to leave comments and suggestions. Maybe tell me, hey, Nick, maybe don't do this for a 3rd time, because holy shit, these videos are long, and I don't want to watch all of them. And to that, I say no. But maybe tell me anyway. I don't know. I like hearing your feedback. You guys are cool. But you can also click right down here to go see my most recent video. You can click over there to go see the last Unus tier list that I made. Actually, how about just all the Unus stuff that I've ever done? It's all over there. And you can click right in the middle down there to go subscribe. But anyways, thank you guys once again for watching, and I'll see all you guys in the next one. Unus man out. Whoa, spiral.